All right, guys, welcome back. So this next position is continuing this theme of overwhelming attackers, and honestly, it's one of my favorite ones from this chapter. It's white to play, and his knight is under, not under attack, but it's kind of in a weird position because it has to defend the c2 square, and generally the knight is just kind of unprotected here on d4 and not great. So white kind of wants to move the knight, but he's currently facing queen takes g2 checkmate, so he has to do something about that. So white plays a really good move here. f3 is not great because it just weakens all the dark squares. Um, so white plays a good move. Knight to f3, very strong, compacting his pieces together. All the pieces are now on the king side, thinking about the attack and protecting against checkmate. Black was invited, so he accepts. Rook takes c2, and now white plays the move that he had in mind, rook to e5. And I want you to pay attention how white's pieces are kind of getting close together. Black has to retreat, and now rook to g5. And white already has 4 attackers here, very close to the enemy king, which is why this position is in the chapter Overwhelming Attackers. So when we have this many pieces attacking, we have to be okay with sacrifices. We have to be okay with giving one. And we also have to look for clearance sacrifices, is what I noticed, because sometimes the pieces, they get in each other's way. So a lot of times you just want to get rid of them. The only piece that we don't have in the attack is this rook on a1. But I mean, we can't really get any better than this. So the game continued, bishop takes f3. And I think like where my mind has been open recently is this idea that I just don't need as many attackers as I think I do. Like before, I would have automatically taken on f3 because I have to restore, yada yada material balance. But I don't need it. The thing is, you just don't need more than these 3. So white launches the attack. Rook takes g7. Brilliant move. And he takes his chance to expose the king now that he gets it, and doesn't fall into the robot-like pawn takes bishop. So rook takes, king takes. Now queen check. The king is forced to go here. Now check. King g8. And now, again, like if we have to take on f3, we're losing time. So here white digs deep and he finds a good move because he doesn't ever need to recapture. He just goes knight to f5. And the game is basically over because the biggest threat is queen g7 checkmate, but also knight h6 is checkmate, also knight e7 is checkmate, and also the queen is hanging. So this knight is just an absolute monster, and this coordination between the queen and knight is just amazing. So black had to move the queen, so he played a move. Well, no, he can't move the queen, sorry, so he had to take. And after queen takes queen, white went on to win this game. It's honestly a pretty easy win. Black's pawns are weak, this pawn is weak, and the king is completely open. So I think how white wins here is he just after the guy moves the bishop, we probably just put our queen on f6, start pushing our pawn, maybe bring our rook. Anyway, it's just completely winning. So after knight f5, pawn takes, queen takes, black resigned. So a really instructive position. White kind of just clumps everyone to the king side, and then starts his attack with an overwhelming force.